Greetings, pod fans, and welcome back to Tasteful New-oods, episode 2 of the show where I, Pod, tastefully review new foods. It couldn't be simpler. This week I've got a co-host because 1 unneeded opinion is good, but 2 for a review. So today myself and Ellen are going to be reviewing 4 different foods that I picked up because they said new on it. I hope you enjoy. Let's go. Teasers Bites mint. New things. So how do you feel?
They're just moving in on Aero's territory, and it's just Aero with crunch, and I'm gonna just not like it.
I don't know, because I really like the Maltesers center, but looking at this, it is smaller. It is a really small amount.
Wait, is it like a button?
It seems like it.
Okay, so they're just moving in on buttons in Aero, and yeah, no.
And,
It's in its flop era already. It hasn't even taken off yet.
But they're also adding Maltesers pieces.
Yeah. So it's new, but it's never going to become established. It's a write-off.
If this is your favorite thing, I feel like you're just the Simon Cowell of this. You're just looking to give out.
Until they give me a sob story about their grandmother, and I'm like...
Oh, this was actually made in honor of someone's grandmother.
My father. When he was alive. That's not a good Simon Cowell. I can't do every impression I do sounds the same. We know this is established.
Yeah, you just
Your
do a
viewers
voice.
just need to catch up on my lore and they'll know that.
That's okay. Alright, do you want to try the food?
Yeah, very generous. Cheers. It's not even like an Aero, and it's not even like an after eight. It's just a poser. It's just trying to be one of the big minty boys, and it ain't.
Yeah, it's exactly what I was expecting in the way I like Maltesers because of the amount of crunch and like the amount of the center stuff. And there's just tiny little pieces. It's not... I don't know. Like, it's not bad. I do like mint chocolate. But...
No, it is bad. I hate it.
It doesn't even feel like the... like Malteser center. It feels like just biscuit pieces.
Because it's not... It's almost like soft. It's almost like soggy or something.
Yeah. Maltesers do better. Do you know what you want to rate it?
It's 2 out of 10.
2?
It would be a 1, but I just like sugar, so... It's ridiculously sweet. So, 2 out of 10.
I'm going to give it a 3.5. Because I was caught between 3 and a 4, because I'll eat them. It's not bad, but it's just not good.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, let's move on to the next thing. Walker's Monster Munch Giants.
So it's okay. They're not going to be as big as the picture, which would be super fun, but incredibly unrealistic.
It's about half my hand size.
But I'm excited. I like Monster Munch. I like oversized novelty things.
Are Monster Munch supposed to be monster shaped? Is that what it is?
It's like... Oh, I thought it was always like a footprint.
Yeah, me too.
Is it?
Like a big... I don't know. Because they have it in like...
Is it? But they don't have it the same...
Monsters with big crispy heads. Or crunchy claws plucked straight from pickled onion beasts.
They're shaped like... Oh! I feel like my whole life has been lying.
Yeah, I always just assumed it was feet shaped. But yeah, I don't expect much from this.
But I'm just excited to have a big crisp.
I should have gotten Monster Munch so that we could compare the size. But yeah, it's pickled onion though. That's a good flavor.
It's just generic Monster Munch. Crack it open.
Right.
I'm actually excited about these things.
You just want to eat Monster Munch. Okay, they're fairly thick.
Oh, they're really not as big as I was thinking. That's kind of sad.
Like,
it's just like 2 stuck together essentially.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't seem much larger. I was expecting like it to go up, but it just goes wide.
But it's a good flavour. It's like, if it was bigger, you could like bite pieces off. This is just enough for a mouthful. But it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's a crisp. It hurts.
I don't...
I don't want to put the whole thing in my mouth.
I don't think it deserves any fanfare.
Ooh.
Like, it's just Monster
Ooh.
Munch.
That was so harsh. Doesn't deserve any fanfare. Ooh, okay.
They've slapped a big new on it and been like, Monster Munch Giants. All they've done is just make slightly bigger ones. It's, like, you can tell that it is much bigger, and I guess...
As in it's thicker.
I suppose you want a crisp to fit in your mouth.
See, also, what we should have done, is you'd want to measure and compare the sizes of old Monster Munch and new Monster Munch. Calculate the p-value, determine if it's significantly larger, and then actually say, is this like giant? Is it significantly different, or is it just slightly bigger?
Oh, we didn't get to the part of the explanation where it gets spicy. Nibble the sides or stick your tongue through the hole and let it melt in all its oniony vinegary glory.
Hey, yo.
That is the actual description on the back of this. Is the person who writes these self-aware?
They're just a really innocent crisp lover.
Who writes stick your tongue through its hole and goes, yes, let's put this on crisps marketed to children.
But I think it was a mistake. That was just messy. No.
Oh, yeah.
No, don't do that.
Because I guess maybe that was the problem. Maybe there was someone who was like, it needs to be bigger, it has to be giant. But then they were like, oh, if you bite into it, it just turns to crap and goes everywhere.
Yeah.
So it has to be a mouthful.
But I really like pickled onion flavour.
Yeah. So, what do you think?
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10, but I might have to change that. I want to do a study where I actually determine the size difference and determine if there's statistical significance in the.
You can't use the water volume test because it's crisps.
You just want to measure.
Yeah.
Get the area of it.
It is a very
I'll
uneven
have to work
shape.
that out.
We'll figure it out. So it's 5 out of 10, and what will it go up or down, depending on your test results?
We'll decide on the day. I don't know.
Fair enough.
I might change my mind.
I'm gonna give them a 4. Like,
because they don't deserve fanfare. Wow. All right.
I don't like. I don't really know why it's a thing or why it were people screaming out for bigger Monster Munch. You just get Monster Munch.
You know, you should really be careful who you say that in front of. You might accidentally be talking to the unofficial chair of the larger Monster Munch committee.
Are you saying that's you?
If I said I had a Facebook group with 10 followers, would you think I was cool? We command and demand larger Monster Munch.
Okay. We should be doing averages, actually. So, yeah, 4.5 average between us.
But my opinion's, worth way more. So...
Are you saying that it's a 4.75 because we have to weigh it more in your favour?
Yeah.
That is going to get really confusing.
It's not my problem.
I'll do maths for the previous one. Because it was a 3.5 and a 2. We have to go closer to the 2.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. Alright, let's move on to the next thing. New Jaffa Joe Nuts or J.O. Nuts.
What is it?
The face. Yeah, that one. Okay. It's
What you got there,
it's
Joe
a
Nuts?
new original. So, according to this, it is the love child of the epic Jaffa cakes and the delicious donut. We call them J.O. Nuts.
Joe Nuts?
Okay, sure, Joe Nuts.
I think it's Joe Nuts because it's
I think it's
separate.
also Joe Nuts.
That's kind
But
of
I
weird.
think J.O. Nuts is... I thought Jaffa cakes couldn't get any more epic. Is that how you would describe... would you be walking
Someone
through
has travelled forward in time from 2009 or 10.
Yeah.
And it's just majestic,
I learned a
epic,
new word.
legendary.
Think again, our magic Jaffa combo, but with a twist. Soft donutty shaped sponge. tangy orangey filling topped with a layer of crackly
I mean, I understand it's your
chocolate.
job, so you have to speak passionately about it regardless.
Like they overly sexualize it.
Not even that, I just think they're like overly hyping.
Yeah,
Like,
it needs to be done, but I don't think I've ever really if I wasn't recording this, I wouldn't read this.
Yeah. I just be like, oh, alright, I picked these up, gonna try them, they're grand, but then when...
Do not try to resist. I feel like it might supposed to be donut. Do not.
You're judging it, but I feel like you would make that joke and then look at me and be like...
But I'd probably say do not instead of donut, which one?
Jump for Jaffa Joy! You've hit the snack pot. That doesn't even really work. Oh, it's just a box of cringe.
Have your donut and eat it.
What does that even mean?
I think they're trying to make these the new cake. You've heard of cake, now try donut.
Joe Mama. I keep feeling like it's a Joe Mama joke.
I do like the fact that they're individually wrapped.
Okay.
That's cute.
And they're big.
I feel like it's good for lunch boxes. I just put it down, and I feel like that's too provocative for Joe Nuts.
They're really flat on top. They're not round. Yeah.
That's weird, because like Jaffa cakes have that.
Yeah.
That bump.
Okay.
Of the orange inside. I guess we won't give out about it, but it's strange.
Okay.
They're also there's a huge one individually wrapped Joe Nut. They're refusing to call them donuts. They make all the donut puns, but they're like, these aren't your mom's donuts.
They really went hard on that trademark.
It smells like Jaffa cakes. I was expecting it to be more like Jaffa cakes.
It's really, again, we're already dealing with someone who was very excited when they wrote the description of these. So I'm loath to use the word moist, but they're very moist.
Moist Joe Nuts.
They are though, but it's like that artificial, super processed.
Yeah.
Like they're never gonna expire.
Like they're well wrapped.
They're well wrapped. Is that your review?
They're well wrapped. It keeps in their moistness. I don't think it the orange on a Jaffa cake is much more solid.
It's jelly. It's like a little gelatin.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
more solid.
This is more like jam.
Yeah, it's orange jam. It tastes like it. It's similar, but
yeah. And you know, if you could eat a lot of it, it's hyper processed, but it doesn't feel as processed as Hostess donuts, which were literally didn't even have an expiry date. They just last forever.
Yeah. They're very rich or something. I don't know. I think they're good, but they don't taste like Jaffa cakes, which is what I was expecting.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah, I think I prefer it over the other two things. Like,
maybe
'cause it is different.
Yeah.
It's like the other two things I feel like were just.
But it's almost oily or weird. I don't know. It's really processed. But it is a Joe Nut. Were we expecting a natural, organic?
Just like orange in a donut. What's that joke? It's happening. It's real.
Yeah, you know, I'll give it like a 6 out of 10 because it was nice. It was good, but like you're eating it, and you're like, what is this unholy creation?
I kind of agree with you.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, this is being recorded.
I'm gonna go for a 6 as well. Like, I think it's not. Like, there are 2 more Joe Nuts in the box.
But I don't want to eat them. I don't feel inclined.
I feel like I will go back to eat them. But right now I'm like, that was enough Joe Nut for tonight.
Take it easy on the Joe Nuts.
You can't have too many Joe Nuts. But it's good.
Yeah.
Which is weird that I'm rating it higher than the other two things, because I will go back and eat those probably tonight.
Monster Munch.
But I think it's different. It actually deserves the new, if that makes sense.
You take this very seriously. I was just expecting to eat snacks. I wasn't prepared for this. Okay, yeah, it does deserve the new. It has a unique shape.
You can do it any way you want.
I don't know. Yeah, it's got a weird shape. It's got a weird taste. It's completely different from a Jaffa cake, and it's not quite a donut. So the donut is new. And
yeah, it is definitely a donut. It's not a Jaffa cake donut. It's a donut. So yeah, the average on that one is real easy. It's 6 out of 10.
No, but it's more my 6 than your 6, so it's like a 6.25.
That's not how that works. How? So you think it's better than a 6?
No, I just think that my 6 is more correct than your 6. You know how it is.
I'm gonna need a whiteboard. I don't understand the maths that brings it to a 0.25.
Shh. Don't trouble your pretty little head about it.
Alright, let's move on to the final thing. And then maybe I can just stop thinking about donuts.
You just keep wanting to say that word. Like, you just keep
It's a fun word. Is it something that they should use? No. I like donuts.
Well, at least, I mean, I know that they were pretty over enthusiastic when they were describing it, but at least they didn't do a monster munch on it.
That is
and
true.
encourage you to stick your tongue into the donut. Slowly. Savor it.
It's like they saw the popularity of the Joe Mama joke and were just like, yeah, sure.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Like, they like, come on, have you not been on the internet for 5 minutes to know that if you add, like, yeah, just that combination is, you're just looking for trouble.
Any publicity is good publicity, and I think it increased our score, so I think they're winning.
I guess we've been played. Well done.
Jaffa Company.
Yeah, well done, Joe Nut marketing team.
Okay, let's move on to the final thing. Kellogg's Crave Cookies and Cream flavor. It has a giant new. You were saying that you've never had Crave.
No, my parents were just like, hell no to any processed cereals when I was a kid, and then I kind of grew up and I never ever bought anything that wasn't like some kind of a bran or something because my parents, I don't know, I've got like a weird thing about processed cereals. I was told it was super bad for you. I'd probably like explode and die, and so I was like, oh, it's not really worth the risk to pick up some Fruit Loops. So yeah, I've just stuck to plain stuff, so I've never had Crave.
That's fair. They're chocolate pillows with chocolate inside.
Delicious.
Yeah.
But these kind of look like Oreos, and I'm kind of against the Oreo craze. I'm immediately like, because like I feel like Oreos are grand, like, but they're super overrated, and then suddenly people are like Oreo milkshakes and Oreo brownies, and then Oreos with Batman on them.
Funny you say that, because I was in the cereal aisle and it was a choice between this and Oreos.
So
like Oreo Cheerios. I don't know if it's actually Cheerios, but it is an Oreo cereal.
People just are crazy for Oreos. It's got like such a chokehold. They're not even like, they're grand. They're not even that good though. I'm not about the hype.
They're okay.
They're a flop.
There are better ones. Why can't they make ginger nuts a thing? There's no real fanfare on here. It says mix it up with cookies and cream flavor.
Yeah, they're just giving it as it is. They're not.
It's in some other language.
Dal Gusto cookies and cream.
Hell yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. So
Got B vitamins.
finally, exactly what's been missing from my breakfast. There's not really much to say. I think we just have to try it in the two ways that people would eat cereal.
As God intended, and then it's a 3 a.m. depression snack.
Of course. So, like, which way do you want to do first?
I suppose we'll have to do it snack style first, because we do not have bowls.
Yeah. Oh, it does say rise and shine, recycle me. That's the closest thing to a horny press release we got.
Oh, yum. Oh, great. It's crunchy sugar. Oh, this is great. I have nothing to compare it to. I'm just like...
Yeah, it's pretty good. It does kind of taste like Oreos, I guess. At a stretch. It's a chocolate cereal covering with like cream on the inside. Yeah, I could definitely sit here and just eat this.
Yeah, wrapped in a blanket after not having showered in 2 days. Yeah, it'd be the perfect thing to just get you through.
And we've all been there. And do you crave it?
Like a goat with some salt.
Just putting your face into the box and just licking them out? Could you?
Are you... you... No, you were... You're missing, I think it was Tumblr circa 2012 or 13? They crave that mineral.
Yes. Of course.
I'm just gonna make obscure jokes from the past. And not explain them.
Thank you. That's so good.
You either know or you won't.
It's exactly what you need in a co-host.
If you cannot read my mind, then leave. That's not my problem.
So yeah, it's pretty good that way.
I almost don't want to have it with milk.
Why? Do you think it's going to be worse?
I don't know, I'm liking this. This is just going to get soggy.
Yeah, but
then again, cereal milk is pretty good.
Like, we're not going to put all of it in. There will be leftovers that you can then eat without milk.
Yeah, but what if eating it with milk makes me sad and then just ruins my mood, so I won't go back to it?
Well, we promised that it would happen, so I'm getting a bowl and putting milk in it.
It's your channel. You can do what you want.
So, do you put the cereal in first and then the milk?
Why would you even ask that, you fucking heathen?
Because that's the
There's only one way to do it. Why would you even ask?
I just wanted to check. Like, I feel like that's something that people on the internet have debated.
Don't bring that trash in here. That's not... No. No.
Well, I only brought one bowl because of your, like, aversion to the idea of milk ruining your time.
I probably won't, though.
Okay.
Now I gotta get the ratio just right.
I'll allow you do that because I assume I'll do it wrong.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could do it right, but probably still wouldn't be correct. You gotta let it sit for a second. Gotta let it soak in. Gotta let it marinate. But the flavour is going into the milk. Then you'll have nice cereal milk afterwards.
Okay.
It's like a soup.
That is another debate. Why would you bring that up?
Well, it is a soup.
So cereal is a soup, you've decided. Okay.
I'm not decided. It's literally solids in a liquid. Like, it's a meal. It's a soup.
Ice water is a soup.
Yeah. Let's think about it for a second, man.
You heard it here first. Ice water. You can get free soup at restaurants.
Oh, sweet. Oh, but no, because it would be water. Because, like, what is the base for a soup? Like, does it actually have to, like, have broth?
I don't know enough about soups. I'm gonna eat the cereal.
Philosophical debate over what constitutes soup. This isn't gonna work.
What?
I'm gonna mix it in.
Eat your damn cereal.
I don't like people seeing me eat. It's weird.
I think you're on the wrong show.
Yeah, it made me sad.
It's more creamy.
It's more like it's slimy. I don't like it.
Yeah, like I'll eat it. Definitely superior way is just hands into the box.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is this slimy or? Yeah, just having the proper crunch. It's much better.
Yeah. If they
I don't know
released
what to
it,
rate it now.
if you released it as like a grab bag or as like a cereal bar, it would be great. I just don't think I want to like eat it as cereal. I don't know. The outside gets. I don't know. Yeah.
I think depression meal style, I'm giving it an 8.
Yes.
But this way is probably a 4.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Do we give it 2 separate ratings, or are we splitting the difference?
Nah, I'd agree with you. I'd say that those are bang on.
Okay. So the Crave cookies and cream from Kellogg's gets an 8 if you're eating it the wrong way, and a 4 if you add milk.
Also, it's dairy. Like, if it was oat milk, would have been nicer. Because I don't really have milk, so.
I disagree with that. I just think it would get the same rating.
Okay.
So yeah, that is our rating of these new foods on Tasteful New-oods.
I forgot that's what this was called.
It's the perfect title for the perfect show.
For any show, I suppose, that has Joe nuts in it.
Yes, and Monster Munch. Sexy Monster Munch.
That's probably the first time in human history that Monster Munch and sexy have been used in that context.
I assume the person who wrote the thing on the back was like, it's Monster Munch, but we've made it sexy. Do you have any parting words?
No, you've just upset me in my cereal. Now I can't eat anymore. No, I don't want it. It's ruined. The whole thing is ruined.
So just don't ever put milk in it. Don't even try. It'll ruin the entire experience for you.
It's spoiled. Completely.
Okay. Well, thank you. I feel like we made some very good ratings. Gave some very accurate information on these foods.
The fact that you inaccurately said inaccurate's pretty funny.
Yes. So yeah, I think we will. If there's new foods.
Nudes.
New nudes.
New
Then
nudes.
there will be another episode of Tasteful Nudes, and we will see what we find out. So thank you for watching. I hope that you learned a lot about Joe nuts and where to stick your tongue in a Monster Munch.
Through their little face.
Yes.
They're not feet.
What did it say?
Unless they are feet.
Yeah, it just says stick your tongue through the whole Monster Munch, please. Someone at Walker's needs to be spoken to. But yeah, that's it.
Remember that Walker's? Oh, there's a giant Walker's brand. Okay. And that just passed me by.
If there is any new foods that you notice, be warned, we are in Ireland, so it's not possible that we'll be able to get everything. But if you see anything that looks weird, different, or out there, and has a big old new on the box, let us know, and we'll maybe try it. Cool. Alright. Slán.